Greetings everybody, it's Rob from Starfinder Games, and I'm here with another Pathfinder 2nd Edition video. And this one's talking about a special way to kind of make your players feel strong, or kind of the effects of being leveled up, of being stronger. Now this is a tactic that I've seen in quite a few Pathfinder adventure books, and a tactic that you can use in your own campaigns, be it homebrew or whatever, to kind of make your players feel good about themselves. And this concept is one, it's done in video games as well, where you introduce the players to fight a rather strong enemy, one that they struggle with at first. It's a few levels above them, it may have some new abilities. It's a challenging encounter, to say the least. But a few levels down the road, they end up fighting maybe one or two of those at the same time, maybe three of them at the same time. And now the fight is no longer that hard. The players have leveled up and they've gotten to that point where they can handle that monster now. And this is very typical, like I said, in video games, where you might see an enemy that may have been like a boss enemy in some level, and then, you know, a few levels down through the game, that enemy that was a boss is now a regular enemy in that level. Same thing here. That enemy was maybe like a challenging encounter, but now 2 or 3 of them is like a standard encounter for them. They can handle it. So what does this do? Well, one, it makes your players actually feel like the numbers have actually improved. The players can look back and go, oh yeah, you remember that time when we fought that guy and he was really hard, and we almost died doing that fight, maybe? Now, we can take out 2 of them and barely break a sweat. That's because it makes you feel that level up. Yes, we had the level ups on the character sheets, and the numbers go up and they gain new abilities. But that kind of tangible thing of how to show someone has actually leveled up or grown as a character makes a big difference. A lot of times in adventure paths and stuff like that through campaigns, your enemies might change, book to book or story arc to story arc. Maybe, levels 3 to 5, you were fighting ghouls. Now you're fighting trolls. It's a whole different enemy type. But maybe at level 5, they were fighting maybe 1 troll, but now at level 7, 8, they're fighting 2, 3 trolls, kind of deal. That kind of improvement is what is really nice to see. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is specifically, there are a few examples of this that I want to highlight, kind of shown in the Age of Ashes campaign, the one that I run on Sundays. The first one is primarily done in Book 2, Cult of Cinders, which is at the beginning of the book. One of the encounters that the players can deal with is this Charaka / dragon hybrid, pot monkey, pot dragon encounter. It's got fire breath, it can fly, it's got fire resistance, it does high damage, and it's a pretty scary encounter which technically is like right near them at the beginning of that exploration. And it can be a tough one. But by the end of that book, the players have already gained, I think, 3 levels at that point. At that point, they're fighting 2 of them at the same time. And there's no problem. On top of that, the players will have gained the knowledge, the experience to know, okay, we need fire resistance. Let's gain some fire resistance. And that makes that super tough encounter that was hard very trivial. Another example of this in the campaign is the Scarlet Triad organization as a whole. There are numerous times, primarily, I believe it is book 3? Book 3 to book 5, it kind of spans a few of them, but there's a few enemies named NPCs which have like a specific Scarlet Triad class build. And they are technically a boss encounter in the sense that they are a tough enemy. They're not a boss like the final boss of the book, but they're a pretty tough enemy. And then, later on in the book, maybe next book, you see 2 or 3 of those enemies that have the same exact ability set as that one. It's pretty much the same character, just a different skin. But again, it's a normal enemy now. It's no longer just this, big named bad guy who can do all these cool things. Now a bunch of people can do these cool things. And that's really cool. So these are just a few ideas to how you can excite and kind of add some more flair to your characters. Because, like, as I said, players can look at the numbers go up, the damage numbers can go up, whatever you want to do. But having that kind of actual substance way is pretty big. It's pretty important. I'd be curious to know what you guys think, what kind of stories you guys have for how you make your players feel like they've leveled up, feel like they've improved themselves. Be it in your own homebrew campaigns, be it in adventure paths that you may have played, let me know in the comments down below. I would be curious to know. And as always, make sure to like this video, comment, and subscribe for more Pathfinder 2nd Edition content. Thank you guys.